The Jacksonville Jaguars move up 3 spots, trade next year's first-round pick and other considerations for the unicorn in this year's draft. The last time a wide receiver was taken
holy shit, bro.
When this happened,
What an unbelievable thing to fucking turn the draft onto.
In 2007.
Travis Hunter to the Jags.
Chosen in the top 2
oh shit.
Picks in the NFL
oh
draft.
Shit.
It hasn't happened in the common draft era.
What's up, boys?
It's the first time for both in one and the same individual, the guy who just put on a Jaguars hat.
DJ, of course he's running up there. He never gets tired.
No, he's not sweating, I can tell you that much.
Jags,
115 plays per game. Just think about that. And right now, I'm just wondering.
That was unexpected,
Bailey,
though.
all
That's
those
really
other guys
unexpected,
Charles
man.
Woodson, did they feel like they were born too soon, Joel, for them to be utilized like this young man will be utilized in the NFL?
He is a special player. Certainly,
what up, Jez?
Between the lines, his instincts on
Where's
both
Willie
sides
at,
of the ball,
bro?
but the
Where's Willie
conditioning
at?
is just off the
Come on,
charts.
tag Willie.
There's no way to explain
Someone gonna tag
it,
Willie.
All right, let's
David,
get
what
into
up?
some of the video,
Derek,
guys,
what up?
and can show you what he does on both sides of
I
the
forgot
ball
they have
there
a shit
at
coach.
Colorado. Let's start first of all on offense. Off the charts elite ball skills. This catch against North Dakota State was ridiculous, and you see it over and over again, him go up and get it. Now, how's Trevor Lawrence going to enjoy this? A quick little hitch here, and let him break a tackle, and off he goes, run after catch. On defense, you'll see him in man coverage. I like him best when he's off. I think he's most comfortable there, but flashing some man cover skills there. This is his bread and butter. He's going to set traps and off coverage. He's going to read the quarterback and just use his instincts to go find and play the football. You look at some of these wide receivers and cornerbacks in the same game. That's pretty good company he's joining right there.
It's only fitting that the first player that we welcome to Primetime presented by Nationwide was coached by Primetime. Take it away, Jamie Erdahl.
Go Rams.
Travis, what is making you jump around this stage with glee? You just got drafted as the first two-way player in a long time.
What a big trade.
What is
Holy
happening
shit,
in your
man.
heart right now?
I'm just super excited, you know.
Wow,
I get to go back home, but I also, you know, somewhere I wanted to play, and I'm so excited that they picked me.
The Jacksonville Jaguars just traded up to get your services to their team. What conversations have you had with them with how you are going to be used in the NFL?
What's up, Gary Quinn? What up?
I had no conversation with them outside of the combine, so I didn't know what to expect, and I'm excited that they came and picked me. I wanted to cry, but I can't cry right now because I'm too excited.
We can feel that. Congratulations, Travis.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Born in West Palm Beach, now going to be employed in Duval County. And boy, they were playing possum since the combine. He said they didn't talk since the combine. And the Jaguars just make us bold. And look at Tony Khan hugging his dad right there. They are fired up at the draft party as well. I can only imagine how they're feeling in Cleveland right now. But hey, Browns fans, let's see what the Browns do next. In the meantime, I give you the floor,
hey, chat, they just said that he had no. He just said he had no communication with Jacksonville.
This was Travis has been able to accomplish at the University of Colorado, but he should be proud in what he embarked on coming out of high school. Remember, this is the #1 player in the country that decided to go to a HBCU to play for Deion Sanders. Why? So that he could bet on himself and play both sides of the football. That's why he went there, and Deion gave him that chance. His instincts are off the charts. Just think about it. At all times when he's on the field, he's the best defender
did y'all hear that?
and
So
best
Travis Hunter
receiver
just
once the
said
ball's
that
in the air. That's
they
just
never
something
told
to
him
lean
shit.
on. And when I think about
He didn't know shit about fuck right there.
Instincts, this guy
That's
comes
crazy.
to mind. I just don't
That's
see how
crazy.
he doesn't succeed at the
Carly
next
Ann, what's
level.
up?
He's a unicorn. He's one of one.
What's
the only
up?
comparison that I can give to him, it's not Prime. It's not Champ Bailey.
Make sure y'all hit that
Shohei
like and
Ohtani,
share, man. Hit
because
that
he's
like
gonna
and share. We're gonna have a
impact
good
the game
time
to that
tonight,
level
man.
on
I don't know how long we're
both
gonna sit here and watch this BS, but we'll see. I don't know. The Rams might be trading out, so we'll see. We'll see.
Make it simple. If you want to go out to recess, he's the first pick. That's what it is. He's just better at football, and he can do everything.
I can't believe that massive trade, man. Where's Willie at? Someone tag Willie, man.
Brian Thomas Jr. And now here comes another rookie who could also play corner for the Jaguars. The Giants pick is in. The Patriots are on the clock. 2 minutes in.
Are the Giants taking Shador?
Let's give you the floor.
Are the Giants taking Shador? Let's find out, man.
Because the best players I played with on the offensive side were the guys with instincts that understood and had a feel for the game. The hardest guys I played against on the defensive side.
What do y'all reckon? Giants Shador or no? What up, Shady? Bro, what a crazy trade, though. I can't believe that fucking trade. John, what up?
Travis Hunter can do all of that.
Holy shit.
The Giants are celebrating
they taking Abdul?
their selection in this draft. There's Steve Tisch, John Mara.
Oh my God, Mike G. I seen Shane's name and I thought he was here.
Interesting jacket. I like it.
I thought he was here. I just seen a comment that, oh, you fuck.
Here's the commissioner.
In the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Abdul Carter.
Okay.
Defensive end, Penn State.
Expected.
So
I mean, he was expected to go 3.
That could have gone.
He was expected to go 3. So they might trade back up to try to go Shedeur then.
A dynamic Penn State Nittany Lion. Abdul Carter.
Well, they said that he's fucking the next one, you know.
Broadway
hey, Green Bay. Hey, Green Bay definitely taking some form of linebacker and or offensive lineman.
A quick rip move. That means that they've just taken a pass rusher. That
some sort of linebacker and or offensive lineman.
To me, there's 2 big-time elite players. Whatever order you
Von
have
Miller.
between Hunter and Carter, those are the guys. Big-time.
Y'all like the hat today, boys?
He just
like
reminds
the
me
hat
a little
today,
bit of
boys?
Von Miller, the way he can bend and the speed that he has off the line. These are early
Jesus
wins
Christ.
where you see tackles like this one at USC not even get a hand on him, and then he's able to turn that short corner. That
He
quick
is fucking
first step,
crazy.
again, these are early, quick wins for Abdul Carter. He used to be an off-the-ball
Are we the
linebacker.
Packers in the next league? The property. Well, yeah, you got to chat to my daughter up there, Carly Ann.
You see an athletic
Colin, what up, bro?
like, I don't know,
Chat to my
maybe
daughter,
Jalen
Carly
Hurts
Ann.
inside the
Can y'all hear
division.
the audio?
We can have him mirror and spy and do that as well. Again, this is an elite player, and he's an
I
elite
can't put
player
the
in any
video up
draft.
because I'll just
And let's
get
face
like
it, they have to get better in
murdered.
their own division. Who they're
But the audio
chasing
will be
down. They're
fine. I'll
chasing
just
down
delete the stream
Philadelphia,
after.
Chasing down Washington with the dynamic young quarterback.
What up, what up,
Second
what up?
part of all
Is anybody
this
on
is,
Twitch?
don't get
Where's my
Kayvon
Twitch
Thibodeau's
chat at?
status. Is the 5th-year option in play? What's going to happen there? Right now, there's 3 great pass rushers. He may be the replacement if Thibodeau's not there anymore. So this is a big-time
We got
move
drops
for them.
on Twitch,
And
chat.
by the way,
We have
Rich, you're from New York.
we have drops on
Is it
Twitch.
not baked in? I
Drops
know you're a
on
Jets
Twitch.
guy. Is it not baked in the
That's pretty
DNA
cool.
of Giants fans to chant defense? That's a big deal for them. To get back to playing defense the way the Giants have done it in the past, Abdul Carter helps get them there.
Giants fans enjoying that pick. It's the 7th Penn State player selected in the top 3. The Giants have taken the last 2. Saquon Barkley in 2018, and then Abdul Carter joining a fellow Stick City guy in the NFC East.
Well, he had 11 from day one at Penn State. James Franklin knew what he had when he came in as a true freshman. He gave him that number, which means
Bad boy,
everything
what's
on that
up,
side of
bro?
the football there at State College.
I don't
And
know,
I'll tell you,
bro.
I
I
think
don't
he's
know.
going to be a great Giant. He's
Man,
going to be
look, in all
disruptive.
honesty,
He only played 1 year, guys, on the edge, and he was
in
that
all honesty,
disruptive behind the line
obviously,
of
Deion
scrimmage. He's
Sanders
only
has done
going
it,
to
right?
develop
Deion has done
in
it,
terms
so
of his pass rushing moves.
I guess we'll
and
see,
the way
bro.
that he can get after the quarterback.
I guess
think
we're
he's
gonna
an
see,
elite
bro.
player. He could have a Micah Parsons-like impact. I really do. I think he could have that in the NFL.
I also want to go back to when the season ended and we saw the official draft order. We looked at those 2 teams at 2 and 3, Cleveland and the Giants, as quarterback-needy teams. Would they go quarterback?
Fuck is that shit,
so
bro?
far, we've seen 1 trade and we've seen 1 pass rusher. So we'll see as we get through the rest of these quarterback teams, something to follow as we go through. Are we going to see another one? Are we going to see 2?
Green Bay
That's going to be
bagging
something to
Goodell?
keep an
What
eye
the
on.
fuck
I
is
think
that?
New
Someone
England is
blocked this
disappointed
Kelvin
that these
John
2 are off the board.
guy.
Did they hope that a quarterback would somehow go before them so they could select either Travis or Abdul? I probably.
Well, they didn't trade out. The pick is in, and the Browns are on the clock for the 2nd time tonight. We're barely a half an hour into this draft. Again, if you're just joining us, the Jacksonville Jaguars moved
the
up
Giants
from
are on again.
5 to 2 to take Travis Hunter. The Browns moved from 2 to 5, got a 1 in next year's draft. There was a swap of 4th-round picks. They also, the Cleveland Browns, wound up coughing up another selection in this draft too. Jacksonville 2, Cleveland.
You can never give up way too much if you believe,
to have
bro.
Jacksonville move up and
You know what I'm
select
saying? You
Travis
can never give
Hunter.
out way too much if you
Jamie
believe.
Erdahl is
It's
on
only
the
way
stage
too much
with
if he's a
Abdul
bust.
Carter.
Abdul, you are born and raised in Philadelphia. You are wearing a New York Giants hat now. What does that tell you about your football future and the commitment the New York City market has made to you?
Yeah, I love it. I appreciate New York. They get everything out of me. I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to have this opportunity.
In what ways are you going to make this Giants
Everyone hates
defense
the commissioner,
incredible?
bro. He gets booed so much.
just being
He tried
myself,
coming
just
out
being
on a
incredible.
bike
That's
with
what I am. That's
fucking
what I do.
Lil Wayne
I've
and
been
shit,
doing
and
my
everyone
whole
was like,
life in New York.
no, you still
I'm
gay.
coming. Y'all gonna get the best out of me.
Got a great smile, Abdul. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to him,
Still
and
gay.
congratulations to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This may be one of their best
Yeah, look, it's only
draft
too
nights
much.
in recent
The
memory.
only time
They
it's
make
too
the
much
big
is when
splash,
it doesn't
and we're
work
going
out,
to
bro.
break for the first time on a team other than Jacksonville.
Why can't we see it? Because I'll be put in
See,
jail.
It's not It's not you, it's us, is basically what we're saying.
And small business days are back. Our experts.
Gotta mute it for the ads, chat. Gotta mute it for the ads. Mute it for the ads. Mute it for the ads. All right, so pick is in. Who the fuck are the Patriots taking then? Okay. The Patriots taking I don't know shit about this draft, bro. It's probably the worst draft I've ever witnessed. Yeah, I can't stream copyrighted content, bro. Genty, can you run a MUT game and keep the draft audio? I guess. I kind of want to watch it though. I guess I can do that. That's a good idea. They're gonna take the running back. I think that's probably smart. That's probably a good idea. It's probably a good idea. Very good idea. All right, let's see if I can go here. No, I can't show it. Speaking of Packers, let me go ahead and get this Green Bay Packers player right here, bro. Get this Green Bay Packer player right here. Willie. What up, Willie? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling, bro? Travis Hunter? Totally unexpected Travis Hunter as well. That's what's crazy. They said he said I didn't even speak to any of these fucking guys, bro. He's like, I didn't even speak to these fucking guys. Crazy, man. Zone for 0. Work artist. So pumped. That's good shit, bro. That's good. Tackle Supreme. Okay. Edrin Cooper. Dog. Damn. He gets fucking everything. Enforcer Supreme. God damn. All right, here we go. Patriots on the clock.
Vegas is now on the clock for the first time in this draft.
Patriots on the clock.
9 minutes and counting. So here's the 4th overall pick to be announced by the commissioner, as the 6th overall pick is in the process of being made in Vegas.
With the 4th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Will Campbell, tackle, LSU.
So the Patriots decide to go for protection up front for their diamond in the rough quarterback rather than anything else. Your thoughts, Daniel Jeremiah?
Of all the teams in this draft, to me, the tackle need for the Patriots was probably the most glaring across all 32 teams. They had to go in this direction. They go with Will Campbell out of LSU, who reminded me a lot of Michael Roos, going the Wayback Machine, if you remember him playing for the Tennessee Titans. Very smooth. He's played a lot of football. He started as soon as he got on campus there at LSU. When guys get into him, he does have a firm
that was
base.
the that was the idea.
Well.
That was the main idea was that he was going to be taken.
You see that here in the run game as he's able to displace defenders and create a lot of movement there at the point of attack. Much was made about the arm length. Does he need to slide in and play guard? I think he can hold up at tackle, but in an absolute worst case scenario, you've got yourself a Pro Bowl caliber guard down the road. But they had to address the offensive line. They had no choice.
Yeah, and you were mentioning Michael Roos. What about Rashawn Slater? People wondered about him. He has held up well at tackle for the Los Angeles Chargers. Remember, guys, they took care of a lot of their needs on defense in free agency, getting Milton Williams, getting Harold Landry, Robert Spillane at linebacker, Carlton Davis at corner. The tackle was a huge need, as DJ said. And by the way, that offensive line last year, Joel Klatt, absolutely abysmal. And you drafted Drake May last year. You better start taking care of that young quarterback. It started tonight with Will Campbell.
And I'd be interested in what Kurt thought about the way Drake played last year, but I thought he played well enough where it's like, okay, we've got something here. Now let's go build around him. And you're getting a really consistent player up front, 38 straight starts, didn't struggle with injuries. I agree with you, Daniel. Even if you have to move him inside, that's a win.
When I did a Patriot game last year, I normally like to try and circle the offensive lineman who I think could be vulnerable that teams could go after. I just circled the whole group. I mean, that's how bad they were. The worst pressure rate in the NFL last year. They've done a lot in free agency, and now they just added the 4th overall pick.
And the bottom line is this. I mean, the Patriots got Stephon Diggs to add to that offense, and Josh McDaniels is back to coordinate it, and that alone should improve things, both of those, along with this draft choice as Mike Vrabel's first draft choice as the new HC of the New England Patriots. It's time to welcome Will Campbell to Primetime, presented by Nationwide. Jamie?
All right, Edgerrin Cooper.
Will, you are Mr. Louisiana, but you just got a love letter from the New England Patriots. You haven't stopped smiling since you heard your name. What's behind that smile?
Man, just all the hard work.
Congratulations.
Good shit, brother. Bars.
I've worked my entire life to be up here, to be able to get my name called by a franchise like New England. It means everything to me.
We can feel that. We absolutely can feel that, Will. You are brought to New England to protect Drake May. What kind of tone are you going to set on this offensive line?
I'm going to fight and die.
So can't wait to watch the Packers fuck up the first round pick. Sorry, I didn't see that, sad boy. I'm looking at the wrong shit. Who's still in the chat, man? That's my fault. That's my fault.
In case you couldn't tell, Will Campbell's not from New England. Now he is. From Monroe, Louisiana. Now heading to Foxborough, Massachusetts. Ian Rappaport, take it away.
Rich, with the Cleveland Browns next at 5, my understanding is they got several calls from teams about potentially trading back. They have some interesting options. They have the top defensive lineman on the board. They have 2 top offensive linemen. We'll see what the Browns end up doing. And then obviously Abdul Carter went to the Giants. Don't rule out the Giants coming back into the first round to try to get a quarterback. Yes, even Shedeur Sanders definitely in the realm of possibility for the Giants.
Definitely keep an eye on all of that as Vegas is now almost halfway through their first round draft pick, the first of Pete Carroll's return to head coaching in the NFL, the first of Tom Brady being officially part of the ownership group in Las Vegas, Nevada. So
here we go, the Browns.
An interesting first 5 minutes of us waiting for Vegas to make a choice. Who do you think Cleveland's choosing here? Is it Ashton Genty?
Go Denver.
I would think you'd be looking at another trade. I'm just curious to see if they're going to pick.
They didn't.
Or if they're going
they're picking.
Oh, the pick is actually in. Well, Ashton Genty's my highest rated player, but they have a glaring tackle need. And they have other options out there. Armand Membu is out there. Kelvin Banks from Texas.
Who do they take? You reckon they take Genty? Genty is so small. I didn't realize he was 5'8", bro.
Which I'm sure is why they were thinking they could move down, is because there's guys they could move down and get at that position of need. So probably just didn't get the value they wanted.
So we hadn't had a single trade involving a first-round draft choice from the new league year to draft night. Then we had one right off the bat with the Browns moving down to make this selection.
With the 5th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Mason Graham, defensive tackle, Michigan.
Wow, Browns fans, welcome in a Wolverine to the mix. It's Mason Graham going to Cleveland. No Travis Hunter, 2nd overall. They have 5th overall. It's Mason Graham, a terrific defensive
I feel like this is one of those drafts where like
round
just
out
random
the top
motherfuckers are going to random places,
as
man.
the new Cleveland Brown.
Yeah, he's my 4th overall player, so I love the value they're getting here. This is a
Fourth
guy with a
overall player,
wrestling
wow.
background who is unbelievable against the run. You cannot move him at the point of attack. He plays with incredible leverage. And then he also flashes this ability as he showed against Alabama to penetrate, make his way into the backfield. Just a dominant player against the run.
Oh, number 55, bro.
I think
I
there's
remember
more
that cut on
growth to
college
come there,
football. What's up,
but
Brian?
he shows you in flashes.
I remember
when he
that cut
can
on
get
college
an edge
football,
and get
man.
to the half of a man that he's a load to block. But he has an unending gas tank. He plays so hard from start to finish, the beginning of the game to the end of the game, and one of the most productive, consistent players in this draft class.
When I think about the last 15 years in college football, I think of the most disruptive and impactful defensive tackles that I've seen. And Dominican Sue comes to mind.
Can you not hear the draft?
Fairley comes to mind. At Auburn, CD, you remember those guys, obviously. And Mason Graham.
I just can't play the visual of it, bro.
He is powerful. He's got a great attitude, and he's got a tough attitude. He will walk in, and his confidence, just as a deep interior defensive lineman, will ooze to every other defender there, knowing that, hey, he's going to make the linebackers better. He's going to make the safeties better. He's going to make everybody better in that defense.
Including Miles
Garrett,
because that's a guy who the Browns kept. And now they add Mason Graham to
that D-line is pretty fucking insane over there.
Extra help.
That D-line is pretty insane over there, lads.
They needed help
Can't
in the
lie,
interior, but go to the division they play in. Who's the most dominant team in the AFC North right now? It's the Baltimore Ravens. What do they do first, last, and always?
Run the
football with big people coming at you all the time. You've got to hold up in those circumstances.
Shitty animation, lads.
Gotten their line better. They want to get back to running the football with more consistency. This guy may show up and looks like his shirt tails out. He may not look like the perfect specimen. When he comes out of his stance, DJ and Joel, and he shocks you with those hands, guess what? He's going to go and make a play after that.
Yeah, he's incredible in that regard. You know, there's only a few times that I can remember being in a booth and calling a game and thinking to myself, hey, the defensive tackles won the game. And they did that against Ohio State, who won the national championship. Ohio State kept trying to run the football at Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham, and Mason Graham just kept throwing their guards onto the ground and making tackles. I mean, they single-handedly won that game in Columbus.
Well, look at me when you're saying that. Look at him.
No, that's okay. In all honesty, the most important trait anybody from Cleveland wants to have in a Brown is someone who knows how to win in the state of Ohio.
Wow.
You know, and as you were saying, and I'm just backing your play, Joel.
Rich is picking up what you're putting down.
I do see it. Meanwhile, you know, we were talking about
he
Travis
is 4-0 against Ohio.
Chris, you like the hat, bro? You like the hat,
Jamie Erdahl, take it away.
Mason Graham, you are a Michigan man, but did you just make nice with the state of Ohio?
I guess so. I mean, that's where my future's at, and I'm going to do everything I can, you know, put Cleveland back on top.
You hang up that phone call and you know you're about to line up next to Myles Garrett every day. How does that sound?
I mean, it's such a blessing. You know, he's a fierce competitor. I want to play with guys like that. And yeah, he's the real deal. So
congratulations, Mason.
Cam Ward.
Appreciate it.
Cool quarterback.
So we were talking in mock draft world, right? Cam Ward, then Travis Hunter, then Abdul Carter, then Will Campbell, then Mason Graham. The only thing that's non-chalky about it is Jacksonville took Travis Hunter. Cleveland took Mason Graham, and then everyone was sharpieing in Ashton Jeanty to Vegas, and lo and behold, Vegas took about 3 minutes to make their pick, and I'm wondering if it is in fact for Ashton Jeanty.
Yeah, I thought there was a good chance Ashton Jeanty could be gone. They have the opportunity.
And we're going to be special. I guess we'll see, bro. There's no way to really know, man.
Tackles out there.
The Jets have been on the clock almost the last 5 minutes for the first pick of the Aaron Glenn administration. Here comes the commissioner with the 6th overall pick, and who is going to be the new Las Vegas Raider?
I like it.
With the 6th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Ashton Jeanty, running back, Boise State.
Weird pick.
From the blue turf to silver and black.
Weird
Ashton Jeanty is the first choice of the Pete Carroll administration, and I was talking to Ashton on my show a couple weeks ago. Interestingly enough, one of the running backs he's been talking to for advice is Marshawn Lynch. So this tracks, DJ.
Yeah, you talk about two guys who hate to be tackled. I would put him in that company. Starts out with that unique stance. He's standing upright. He is very slippery and elusive. You see him get out of some tough situations when you're watching that Boise State tape. But this is the calling card. Again, you've got an unblocked defender. They get free cracks at him, and you can't get him on the ground because of that contact balance. He is just a piece of muscle. There's not a lot of surface to hit on him. You see, again, the contact balance here, always finding a way to get forward. Right foot, right shoulder, able to power through as it's time for Next Gen Stats powered by AWS.
Oh my God, why can't I get a pick there, bro?
Overall
Don't we trade a 5 for Ramsey? I mean, surely we do, right?
Incredibly productive running backs that have entered into the NFL. So one of the fun players to watch. If you had any questions, just watch the Oregon game, kick your feet up on the desk and enjoy.
That was pretty early in the season, too. Kind of announced his presence with authority, didn't he? Here's the other thing to think about. Pete Carroll as a head coach. We always talk about past successes, how you did it. Is that predictive? Well, you mentioned Marshawn Lynch already, Rich, and how they built that team in Seattle. Pete's going to probably want to build this team similarly. And remember, in free agency, they went ahead and added to their roster anyway. Added to the offensive line a little bit. They got to figure out Colt Miller, left tackle.
Who runs it on third
running the football, being tough and physical, building on defense. That's the Pete Carroll way, and he has his bell cow running back to do that as they try and chase down Kansas City.
And remember, Chip Kelly goes down and with the Vegas Raiders, and you talk about creative run game. You know,
in college football game earlier was Georgia versus Ole Miss.
You know, Chip is going to get that run game going. There's no doubt. Here's what I love about Ashton Jeanty is it's again kind of like Cam Ward, a bit of a long road. Rich, his military family was in Italy, so then he moves to Texas, doesn't get a starting role on his high school team, so he has to play slot receiver. He's got that in his background. Finally gets to Boise State and runs for 2,600 yards.
And now he's a Las Vegas
Raider. Like, is he that good? That's I don't know. Like, is he really that good? Because like,
Ashton, you are going to the entertainment capital of the world to play football.
Boise, right?
What
like,
makes you a headliner for the Las Vegas Raiders?
I mean, you seen it, the energy, you seen the dance moves. I'm ready to go entertain each and every week on Sunday.
The commissioner of the NFL just picked you up in that hug. Is that the last man that's going to try to tackle you in the NFL?
Nah, I don't think so.
Congratulations, Ashton.
Thank you.
So there goes Ashton Jeanty. The Jets pick is in, and we're going to get that when we come back from break. Don't Stop Believin' is blaring right now at the Browns draft party. A very interesting choice for Browns fans to be hearing.
Some of those Browns fans did stop believing about 30, 40 minutes ago.
Well, they just want to make sure, you know, this song is also known for somebody in a members-only jacket, often somebody. So let's think a little bit more positively for the Browns. As Ashton Jeanty loved hearing his name, we'll hear who's the next New York Jet
Avalanche
when we come back with the Panthers right behind them.
I'm gonna get no fucking pressure on this retard, bro. God damn.
Range from product not yet rated to everyone.
The Detroit Lions.
Right. Bro, like for...
Hello?
JD, it's Coach DQ with the Commanders. You ready for this?
Been ready, Coach.
Man, I already know. You've been building for this
your whole life.
Just sit with that a minute, man, how important this is. Because anyone don't make it this far. Anyone don't make it to the top. Thankfully, I'm not just talking to anyone. No, sir.
Welcome home.
Hey, turn me up a little bit more in the earphones.
You might know Harbor Freight for affordability. What you might not know is performance and durability go right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. World-class engineering and rigorous testing to ensure our tools perform at the highest level and stand the test of time without testing your wallet. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Like, how do these retards have any fun, bro? Like, for real.
You guys seen this?
literally had a
My biggest frustration with other deodorants is that they just don't.
I have
they
two
don't
blues
hold
on the
up,
field, bro. What are
especially
they doing?
to a hard physical job. Over the course of the day, Mando holds up, keeps me fresh all day long. I wanted something that works, and Mando works.
I'm Belinda, and this is Willard, and we were adopted in 2021. When we first met Todd, he was singing a song, and I was like, wow, look at this kid with the biggest smile, and he has a big heart to match.
The energy you give Todd, you get it back from Todd.
Yeah.
Todd's a joy.
Yes,
Todd really is a great joy.
I love him. You and you.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster.
Oh my god, how do these cunts have any fun playing like this, bro? How do these cunts have any fun playing like this, bro, for real? Fuck his mother. All right, Jets pick is in, chat. Jets pick is in.
Here in Green Bay.
Jets pick is in.
We are now getting ready to find out who the first pick of the draft is for Gang Green. As Will Johnson of the University of Michigan is back there. Mason Graham, his teammate from the championship team 144, as it's known in Michigan, just went to the Cleveland Browns. I mean, last year, the Jets had an opportunity to take the top tight end on the draft board. Went offensive line with Olu Fashanu anyway. Look where we are. They have a shot at going for the top tight end with pick number 7 in this draft, or they could go Membu. There could be all different ways that the Jets could go with this pick. But it's now time, instead of to speculate, to get the actual pick from the commissioner. Once upon a time, if I'm not mistaken, a former intern of the New York Jets coming out with this pick right now. Bro? He's been upgraded a little bit up the flow chart since then.
With the 7th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Armand Membu, Missouri.
Tackle? Didn't they take a tackle last year?
No tight end. Instead, it is a member of the offensive line for the New York Jets, the kid from Missouri, Armand Membu, who had a terrific combine. He's going to New York.
Yeah, he's a right tackle. He'll stay at right tackle there for the Jets. I thought this decision would be tight end tackle, as you said, Rich. I think they went Membu, who's very explosive and easy bender and can redirect, because they like the tight ends that could be available on day 2 versus the tackles that would be available. But this is an excellent athlete. You see him in pass protection. He's very quick. He's also patient. He's got that size where even if guys get into his chest, you really can't get through him because he's just so strong and has such a firm base. In the run game, you see his athleticism, his ability to get to the second level. He can reach and cut guys off. That's going to be fun with the running backs they have there with the New York Jets. It's time for Next Gen Stats, powered by AWS. When you're talking about athleticism, how about this? All the way at the very top of the charts here with his athleticism score over Gray Zabel. Guys, I was with the Philadelphia Eagles when Jason Peters was there. They're body doubles for one another, what they look like.
So we heard Don't Stop Believin'. Then James Gandolfini's favorite team went, hold on, wait for it, Membu only. I could go on and on, but we're going to break. Thank you so much.
Rich,
I will be here all week.
Tip the waiter.
I will be here all week.
Tip your waiter.
Panthers pick when we come back. Saints on the clock here in Green Bay.
What makes iconic? It's
Fuck his mother right there, didn't he, chat? What? Had a whole bunch of copyrighted shit in there. This the divisional round? Nah, I played the divisional round yesterday. This is just some mutt, bro. It'll be our NFC Championship. My Raiders finally made a good pick. Are you sure? Are you sure the Raiders made a good pick, bro? Are you sure? Fuck we doing? Just playing some mutt, bro. Playing some mutt while the draft's on in the background. Uh-oh. Screaming at her! I'm screaming at her! This is it, boys, right here. I mean, we all knew Cam Ward was going on. What are you talking about, bro? Good pass, you fucking retard. Get the fuck out of my game, bitch. Out of there, Paddy Pete. 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 Give me my field goal, bitch. Come on. Yes, you stupid fuck. You can never win a game. You can never win a game just before half, lads. You can definitely fucking lose a game. Especially when you suck dick. 4 verticals in Madden 25. Are we okay, bro? Like, are we okay, bro? 4 verticals in Madden 25. Are we okay, bro? What's up, Boston? I got both chats up now. My fault, chat. My fault, boys.